Hello, this is CumTst16B. This is Mrs. Ross speaking. We're going to go through just how to solve for each one of these problems. My suggestion is that you take a look at your test, your graded test, and if you have any questions, you listen to the problems that you have questions about. So here we go. My mowed lawns for 2 hours. Oh, I wonder why my pin's not where. Oh, there we go. 2 hours at $7.50 an hour. And then she washed windows for 3 hours at $6.25 per hour. What were her average earnings for 5 hours? Now keep in mind, average is equal to the sum over how many. So if you wanted to add these up, you could. So you have $7.50 plus $7.50 plus $6.25 plus $6.25 plus $6.25 all over 5. Or you can use multiplication, which is your shortcut to adding. But the answer to this whole thing is $6.75. Okay, question 2. What I need to do here is I need to put 5 wherever there's an x and 3 wherever there's a y. So I have 5 plus 5 squared minus 5 times 3 minus 3. Now I need to do my PEMDAS, or order of operations. So this 5 is going to hang out. We're going to take care of the exponent. We're going to multiply, and this negative 3 is going to hang out. 5 plus, we have to do our parentheses, which is 10, minus 3. This is 15 minus 3, which is 12, and that's the answer. Number 3, it asks for an isosceles triangle. Isosceles means that two sides are the same. Two sides are the same. Several of you drew this kind of triangle, and this is beautiful, but this doesn't really mean anything to me because I am a poor drawer. I'm looking for something that tells me that, hey, this side is the same as this side. All right, number 4. When Meredith cleaned her room, it says we're supposed to use ratio boxes for these. So let me go ahead and get my ratio box ready. Ratio box proportion cross multiply. Cleaned clothes to dirty clothes was 2 to 5. If 35 articles of, so I need clean clothes, dirty clothes, and total. Clean, dirty, total. Here's my ratio, actual. The ratio of clean to dirty clothes was 2 to 5. I'm going to add that to get my total. There were 35 total articles of clothing, and I want to know what was clean. So I'm going to use this line and this line. 2 over 7 is equal to x over 35. Cross multiply. So the answer is 10. Over here I also need a ratio box, but it's going to be kind of different than the one that we just had. This is a case 1, case 2, and I know that because I've read the problem. So the problem says in 25 minutes, 300 customers entered. So I have minutes and customers. 25 minutes, 300 customers. At this rate, how many customers would enter in 1 hour? Now this is kind of sneaky because 1 hour is 60 minutes. I have minutes, I don't have hours, so I need this to be in minutes, and I'm looking for that. So that gives us the proportion. And then we cross multiply. And your answer is 720. Okay, the diameter of a skating rink is 14 meters. This is a circle. Very nice, Mrs. Ross. Okay, always like to draw that. Find the circumference to the nearest meter. So what is my formula for circumference? Either 2 pi r or pi d. I'm going to use pi d since I've given the diameter. Circumference 3.14 times 14, which is equal to, I believe, 44 and change. So we're going to go ahead and round that. All right, the vertices of triangle ABC are this. So I'm going to stop and draw that triangle. So at 1, 1, 5, 1, and 3, 3. Oops. That's lovely. Okay. And then it says draw it 5 units to the left. There's a couple of ways you can do this. You can count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and that's going to be 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and that's another one. 1, 2, 3, 4, and there's another one. So you can either count it, or you can take ABC, 5, 1, 3, 3, and you can subtract 5 from the x. So that A prime is going to be negative 4, 1. B prime is going to be 0, 1. And C prime is going to be negative 2, 3. Okay, on a number line, graph x is greater than or equal to negative 5. So I'm down here at negative 5. I know I'm going to have to close this because of the equal to. And then this arrow tells me that I'm going to highlight this direction. Most of you got this one right. Jason found that 16 inches from his hip joint was 1/4 of his total height. 1, 2, 3, 4. 16, 16, 16, 16. What was his total height? Well, it's 16 times 4, which is 64. Simplify. Over here we're dividing and multiplying by positive and negative numbers. So we know that if the signs are the same, it's positive. If the signs are different, it's negative. So this is going to be negative 60. It's going to be negative 1.2. Oh, negative 450. And then positive 1/6. So went too far. There we go. All right, so to go from fraction to decimal, we divide. To go from decimal to percent, we multiply by 100. From percent to decimal, we divide by 100. And from decimal to fraction, we go with place value. So to get A, we are dividing 1 by 9, which is something we can do on our calculator. You're going to get 0.1 repeating. When I multiply that by 100, I get 11%-ish. 11.1%, what have you. D will do 0.8 times 100, which gives me 80%. Oops. Uh-oh. It's not letting me write. Oh. Keep. Oh no! I don't know what happened. But I don't want to lose this. See if we can go back. And then I would like to do this. See if that helps. Oh, here we go. Got it. Sorry. So this is place value. C is place value, so it's 8/10, but I have to reduce. So I have 4/5, which goes right here. Okay, area of a trapezoid. This should be in the back of your spiral. So the area of a trapezoid is 1/2 base 1 plus base 2 times height. Base 1, base 2, height. So area is equal to 1/2 6 plus 5 times 4. 1/2 11 times 4. 1/2 44. 22. Is that right? Yes. Okay, great. Next one. 600 is, put 600 in the is, 5/9 of what number? And then we cross multiply. So we have 5x is equal to 9 times 600. 9 times 6 54. I get 1080. All right, what percent, so percent is per 100, of 50 is 40? Cross multiply. %. Okay, this was one of the most missed problems. So we have 3/5 m is equal to 45, and I'm going to put 45 over 1 because I have to multiply by the reciprocal. So this is going to cancel. I get m equals 45 times 5 over 1 times 3, which is going to give me 75. Here I'm going to add the 0.07. The x comes down, equals 2.57. Okay. 17 was also one of the most missed, so the first thing I have to do is popcorn this. 3 times 6 is 18, plus 2 is 20, so I have 20 over 3 divided by 100 over 1. I'm going to keep change flip, which gives me 20 over 3 times 1 over 100. 20 goes into 100 5 times. Oops. Yeah, no, I got that. So I have 1 over 15. All right, 18. So we're just going to work through PEMDAS on this. 2 cubed is 8, so this is 2 times 2 times 2. Plus, I have to do 3 times 5, which is 15, minus. I'm going to have to do 2 times 3 times 3 is 9. And underneath I have 3 times 3 is 9, plus 4 times 4 is 16. So this gives me 8 plus 15 minus 18, because I have to do this one, over the square root of 25. 8 plus 15 is 23 minus 18 over 5, which is 5 over 5, which is 1. All right, 19, it asked for a fraction answer. Some of you tried to give me a decimal answer. That was interesting. Okay, so this is 1 4/10 divided by 4 2/3. We're going to have to popcorn this, so 10 times 1 is 10, plus 4 is 14 over 10, divided by 3 times 4 is 12, plus 2 is 14. Keep change flip, gives me 14 times 3 over 14. My 14s are going to cancel. I'm going to end up with 3/10. Last but certainly not least, we have this, so we're going to take these two. When I subtract, I keep, change, so this becomes add, so I have negative 2.3 plus positive 3.6. Since they are opposite, looking for my calculator, since they are opposite signs, we subtract and take the sign of the larger, which is, there we go, 1.3, and the larger number is positive, so we'll keep that. And then this is going to come down, plus negative 1.5. They're opposite signs, so we're going to subtract and take the sign of the larger. And that's negative 0.2. And that's it.